And just like that, we are back. Once again, I want to thank you all for checking out the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. And on this edition of the podcast, we're going to do something a little different. If you follow this podcast, you know that I tend to talk about music sometimes. And I have people on here who know a little bit about music. Some actually know a lot more than you do. So a lot of times we speak from the perspective of, the OGs or people who know a little bit. And today's guest, he's really not a guest. I mean, he's always here. My man Eclectik's in the building. E, what up, baby?
Yeah, what up, everybody? It's good to be here. Good to be on the show. And shit, I mean, honestly, if I ain't on your show ain't really on.
There he is. So yeah, I wanted to get you on, man. I wanted to kind of, because you and I have we have unique music tastes. Hence the name Eclectik. Very apropos, as the folks say. But I was listening to some music earlier, and it kind of dawned on me like there's some artists that we maybe listen to at a particular time in our life, and that music or that era or that time frame was actually great at that particular time for them and for you. But for whatever reason, you kind of, for lack of a better term, stop checking for them. Like, it's like, I like to call it like when I left. And I actually you had tweeted something earlier, a playlist, Nas and Jay-Z. And it got me to thinking, about this podcast was like when I left Jay-Z. Not that, and I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, but like it came a point where when Jay-Z drops an album, like I ain't even checking for it. So that actually kind of brought on the conversation. So I'm just gonna what me and E are gonna do. I'm gonna ask him, and he doesn't know any of these artists that I'm going to ask him about because a lot of this is just off the cuff. But just ask him about some of the artists that he may or may not even have listened to, and when he basically left them and stopped listening to them. So without further ado, let's we can start right there with Jay-Z. When did you leave Jay-Z? What was the last album where you just like, nah, player, I'm good?
The last album that I said I was good on, that had to be Kingdom Come.
Okay.
So it's a weird love affair with me and Jay-Z. I think all things considered, if he's not the greatest, all things considered of all time, which he's number 2 because number 1 is really LL. But the thing about Jay-Z is, if he would have retired when he said he was, I don't even know if I could argue LL. And so he's like, he's like, and I don't really subscribe. I never subscribed to this until applying it to Jay-Z. It's like when you really like a movie and people say that the sequels of the movie ruin how you feel about the original movie that you loved. Like how they did with The Matrix. All the sequels of The Matrix, you're like, and then people say, yo, you want to watch The Matrix? Like, nah, not really. I ain't really fucking with The Matrix. Even though The Matrix itself is incredible. But it's like trying, so what happened was after the Black Album, which when it came out, I didn't really even like. But they was like, that's his last one. So I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, and then he made the Budweiser album.
Shout out to Kingdom Come.
Yeah, so I guess money talks. You got some beer money, and came back, and boy, I mean, here's the other weird thing about Jay-Z. The more he makes music, the better his previously terrible music sounds.
This is true.
So
Very true.
So he'll drop a Magna Carta Holy Grail, and you're like, yuck. Kingdom Come wasn't so bad. Well, you know what? It did have Show Me What You Got on it, and then it had the song with Chrisette Michelle. And maybe it wasn't so. He'll drop 444, and then you're like, Blueprint 3 did have some stuff on it. I mean, Run This Town and Empire, but it's all terrible. So I'm sorry to go on a rant, but after the Black Album, I was really done because I am one of the few people who liked Blueprint 2.
Same here.
And I love Volume 3. But he made nothing for me after the Black Album. I know a lot of people, including you, love American Gangster.
Yes, sir.
I did not. And I think part of it was because, one, you're supposed to be retired, and you just dropped the Budweiser album. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
And two, like, what is this? He didn't even sound like Jay-Z no more. And Hello Brooklyn and Broadway. It was a totally different Jay-Z. That wasn't Can I Live. And so, even though I will say, ignorant shit, hey.
Yes, still goes.
I can't front on the stuff that, if he put it on any album and released it at any time, I'm rolling with. And ignorant shit, yeah. But, nah, I'm good.
No doubt. I'm with you, man. I think I was definitely disappointed in Kingdom Come, and I was like, I thought I was going to be good. And I was like, man, I'm done with Jay-Z. Then he came back with American Gangster, and he reeled me back in. And then Blueprint 3, I was meh on Blueprint 3. But after Magna Carta Holy Grail, I was like, I'm done. And I was like, I think Blueprint 3 was the last album that I actually purchased from Jay-Z. I haven't purchased anything else after that. Magna Carta was trash. 444 I didn't like. Unpopular opinion.
Because I even purchased with my own money the first Best of Both Worlds.
I did too.
So I was rolling, and that was 2002. So I was rolling with him, and then the Black Album came out, and then when he came back with the Budweiser album, I was done.
Let's go back. Mary J. Blige. When was the last time you were like, okay, I'm rocking with this album, and then you're like, I'm good. I'm done. I don't have to. I don't have to hear Mary no more.
That's kind of easy.
Some of these are going to be easier than others.
When Mary came out.
Okay.
So I famously or infamously did the podcast when did Mary J. Blige kill R&B? And the answer is, I did it with you. And the answer is yes, but it's not as spicy as it sounds. It's just the fact that she caught fire with a dope-ass album and everybody in R&B copied, and it eventually just killed what we knew as R&B. She could have had a lane and killed it. A couple of people could have got on, but it changed completely and it ruined R&B. But What's the 411? Loved it. My Life, loved it. What's the 411 remix? Loved it. Share My World, big fan. And maybe it's because she took a long hiatus after that, because I believe Share My World came out in 97, then Mary came out in 99, so it was 2 years without me seeing you. And then when she came back, she wasn't the queen of hip hop R&B. She wasn't what ruined R&B. She tried to give me R&B. Well, nah, you already killed it. You can't have a duet with Aretha Franklin on after you and fucking hip hop uptown your way through the fucking So when she came back with an Elton John song and Aretha Franklin song and Eric Clapton. Nah, man. So it wasn't what I was looking for when I'm looking for a Mary J. Blige album. Even though she'd give you some Jadakiss was on like Sexy or something. I'm like, just no, it's not what I'm looking for. And then after that, she then did the No More Drumming. Listen, she started making up words. I'm not. Now I'm not. I can't. I can't. And so she started making up words, and she's making pop music. She went from queen of hip hop R&B to making pop songs. And I was done. I was good. And she couldn't get that feeling back. She arguably dropped, because I still haven't tweeted this or Instagram this because I'm not really on Twitter, but here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked this question to friends. I'm gonna either do a podcast about it, and you're welcome to jump on, or I'm gonna do something with this. But the question is, can you name an R&B, not neo soul, an R&B album that came out since Mary J. Blige's My Life, which is 1994, that is better than My Life? And we're only talking your opinion.
Damn. And not neo soul. See, that's where you get me. And we've done a podcast on.
And I'm not even sure you can pick a neo soul one, but I am strictly going R&B.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even giving Voodoo or the closest thing I'm giving you is Mama's Gun.
Yeah, but see, I would put that as neo soul though.
I know it is. That's what I said. I said even if we did include neo soul, I'm not even sure you could pick one.
That's tough, man. Off the top, man, I can't think of any.
And so the mere fact that off the top you can't even give me anything, that was 94. That was almost 30 years ago of R&B. I'm gonna do a whole separate thing about that. But to tie that back into the topic of this episode, when you make something that powerful and then your next album is pretty damn good, Share My World is pretty damn good. I mean, Love Is All We Need with Nas, I Can Love It with Lil Kim. So this is still that hip hop R&B. This is still the queen. Queen of hip hop R&B, if you want to call it that. This album had Lil Kim, Nas, and the Lox on it. So understand this. It had Lil Kim, Nas, and the Lox. And then the Mary album had Elton John, Aretha Franklin, and Eric Clapton on it. So
totally different.
So she lost me after Share My World.
Wow. That's interesting. I think the Mary album probably was it for me. I listened to No More Drama, but I do remember actually purchasing the Mary album. But No More Drama probably was the last time I was checking for it. By the time Love and Life came out, which I think was next, I might have heard like 3 or 4 songs on that album. Never sat, and any subsequent album after that, I don't think I've sat and actually listened to. And it's not that, it's not that she's made bad music, because I mean, she's still winning awards, she's still doing tours and all stuff like that, but it goes back to what you just said. And I hadn't really thought about it until you just said it just now. She gave us hip hop soul, and now she's giving us soul, and maybe I'm just not checking for the soul, at least the soul from her. So
that plus, even when she went back into, as they say, her bag, and gave us what you would normally think, all right, here we go, and it doesn't pop off. She on the No More Drama, she had a song with the Clips. Don't nobody know it. Didn't nobody care. She had a song with Eve. Didn't nobody care. On Love and Life, she had a song with 50. She had a song with Method Man. Nobody cared. The intro had Jay-Z on it. No, nothing. The Breakthrough had Can't Hide From Love with Jay-Z. Don't nobody know that song.
Nope, not at all.
So even when she tried to give it, it was like, nah, man, it's too late, man. And it's too late for us, and it's too late for like I said, nobody know the radio didn't even pick up on it. It wasn't no video. It wasn't like let's stream it.
Right.
And this is 2005. This is prime time for shit like that. She had a song with on the same album with Just Fine, which is a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I like Just Fine. I like Just Fine. But she had a song with Usher on that album. Don't nobody know. She had a song with Ludacris on that. Don't nobody know. So when you even coming out with shit that, hey, man, nah, man, we ain't checking for it. So she lost her audience when she cleaned up her relationships and she kind of stepped away from Puff.
Right. Yeah. She did step away from Puff. That's true.
She stepped away from Puff. Once she stepped away from them and she started producing her own shit. When she got away from when there wasn't no more Tone and Polk and Steve Stout, and there was more Mary and Babyface. Babyface, you can't have Babyface. You can't Babyface. It's just like the battle, the verses. You want Teddy Riley, you want Babyface. If you want Babyface, you gonna get a certain crowd that's gonna really like your shit, but this other crowd gonna be like,
right.
It's Groove Me versus Whip Appeal. Both legendary, incredible songs, but that's two totally different audiences.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So after Share My World, she started giving us Whip Appeals.
What about Nas? You just mentioned Nas. When did you leave Nas? Or have you left Nas?
I've abandoned Nas, but I still have his number and I still follow him on social media. But we had a bad relationship because I'm rolling with Nas and Illmatic, and it was written around I Am. I was like, yeah, man. I Am was the last one that I was like, okay, I went and bought it, but see, the thing is about I Am, it was leaked.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you didn't get the feeling. You didn't get the I'm waiting on the Nas album. It was kind of I heard that song. So by the time it actually came out, you're like, whatever. It was all over mixtapes and everything. You kind of heard it, and so that kind of ruined it. So then Nostradamus came out, and outside of Nostradamus, the actual song, which I love, it was like, this is not good. So I was out. And I think a lot of people was out. And Jay-Z was out. And then Jay-Z had something to say. And then Stillmatic came out. And then I was back.
Yes.
I came back. Got Yourself a Gun is fucking incredible. Now, granted, Rule is ass juice.
Yeah.
Even if it had A. Marie on it. And My Country, yuck. But
awful.
But Second Childhood, One Mic, Got Yourself a Gun, Rewind. It did feature, in my opinion, the worst collab with AZ also.
I like that collab.
Yeah, I didn't like it. So, but I was back. And I was back. I went and got Godson. I like Godson. Godson across my belly. He won. Because it made you look, get down. Incredible. Then I bought Street's Disciple. And I'm like, I don't know. Continuing the tradition of not being a rapper, not really being able to body a double disc.
Yeah, it's hard.
But he had some joints on it.
He did.
He had some joints on it. But around that time, I was like, I don't know. But I still, when they got Hip Hop Was Dead, because I agreed with him. And it had a couple of things on there, but it wasn't really. So, I mean, I can't say I really left him because I got everything he ever made except for Distant Relatives.
Which was very good, I thought.
Yeah, I will never know. and life is good. I got it. I wasn't crazy about it, but it did point out the hypocrisy of so-called hip hop fans
Mm-hmm.
because he dropped Life is Good, and I mean, he killed it.
He did.
And then
Speak on it. Speak on it, because I know where you're going.
the Jay-Z drops 444. And oh,
Right.
he's so grown, he's so mature.
It's so
Look
personal.
yeah, look what he's doing, man. Nobody's ever done that before.
This
Like,
man
what-
just told you about his divorce, and now all of a sudden Jay-Z
Yeah.
rewrites the history books.
You know, his a song straight to his daughter's estranged daughter, and his divorce. Oh nah, this is his lemonade because and his mother's a lesbian. I mean, y'all shut up, man.
This is grown man rap.
And it's not even that good.
It wasn't.
So, but I'm sorry. I am taking a lot of
No, it's not Cook, man. You good. You good.
But I haven't really left him, but I'm in and out.
I can't leave him.
Yeah.
I did try after Nostradamus, because Nostradamus was god awful. The only song from that album that I actually like is Project Windows with Ron Isley.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only song on that album.
Wait, whoa. You didn't like Nostradamus, the song?
No.
Yeah, you didn't want to owe him back like you owed him rent?
Well, you know what? I think part of it, because I heard it before the album came out. And so it was kind of like, I think I heard it on a Clue tape or something. And so I'd already got my run of it before the album actually came out. So it was like, it was kind of dry, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that it's a bad song. It was just like, okay, you know, like that.
Fair, go ahead.
But but after that, I mean, everything else I've actually bought, you know, so I can't leave him. I can't leave him. I just, like you said, we've had our ups and downs, you know, that double album was, you know, wasn't all the way there, but you know, Nas is my guy, so I can't leave him.
Yeah, since these guys are always compared, they're like Magic and Bird now. When Jay-Z drops something new, I don't care. When Nas drops something new, I'm going to listen to it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
That's the difference.
Same here. Speaking of another Magic and Bird, Michael Jackson. When did you leave Michael Jackson?
As soon as I heard Bad. I hate Bad. Listen, all right, this is what happened. Since I'm old as fuck, I grew up off the wall.
Yes.
Then Thriller.
Yes.
Now, I will say this. Hot take alert. Thriller is overrated, but Thriller is great.
It is.
It is a classic. It's legendary. It is everything that people say that it is, but it is also overrated. The reason why I say that is because almost nothing about Thriller says throw on Thriller. You'll get your human nature off, and you'll get PYT off if someone already is playing it. But nothing about The Girl Is Mine and Thriller and Beat It and Billie Jean say, you know what? Hey, give me the aux. Nothing about those. Nothing about his most famous songs say that, because my hot take is they're only good if he's performing them and you can see him perform them.
Right, or you see the video.
With that being said, it was an event when he dropped something new. And it was an event. They took time out. It was like, hey, MTV, we're shutting MTV down. Bad is about to premiere. And Bad premiered. And I was like, what the fuck is this? You ain't bad. I'm like, no. And so then he went through all of this stuff. He's busting windows and things. Listen, I'm not saying Smooth Criminal isn't the shits. It is, but it's just, I put Smooth Criminal along with Beat It and Billie Jean. I'm not grabbing the aux cord and throwing on Smooth Criminal. Or Leave Me Alone. Even as great as The Way You Make Me Feel is, I'm just, So after that album, I was done. And that's not to say he didn't make some good stuff after that, because I mean, we still got Remember the Time, but that was pretty much it on that album. Jam is like Beat It, Billie
I
Jean.
love Jam.
Of course you do. You like weird stuff like that.
Ain't too hard for me to jam.
It's way hard for me. My knee hurts. So and then Invincible, Butterflies. Hey,
yes.
come on, that's incredible. But then that's about it. So he had Twos and Fews after that, and so I like You Rock My World.
Oh, of course.
You Rock My World and Butterflies. So really, after Bad, actually after Thriller, to tell you the truth, because Bad, I only really cared for, like, I mean, I like Smooth Criminal, but I don't care about Smooth Criminal. I really like The Way You Made Me Feel and Maybe Another Part of Me. So really, after Thriller, he had like 5 songs that I like, like maybe like 5 or 6 songs.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Bad. I think part of the issue with Bad was it wasn't Thriller, and then also it just wasn't as good. I don't know. I'm sure he was going through a lot. It might have been during that whole trial, so I can't remember. But it just didn't move me the same. I got Dangerous, and I love Dangerous because, like you said, Remember the Time, Jam. Keep It in the Closet was on that too. I love that joint. Then I got Invincible. I love Butterflies. A couple other joints on there. But after that, after Invincible, I was good. I think,
you know what it was?
What was it?
This is what it was. Growing up, after you get Off the Wall and Thriller, you're accustomed to liking 98% of a Michael Jackson album.
Yep.
And then when Bad come out, you're like, hey, okay. I mean, I'm gonna skip these 4. Skip these 4. You're like, nah, you know what? Nah, that's pretty much. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, and that's fair because he really, at least for me, I don't think anything outside of the Dangerous album delivered, 6 or 7 hits. As far as joints that not hits on the chart, but hits things that you would actually just sit and listen to. Like you said, I think a lot of Mike's appeal was, the videos, and that's no fault of his own. I mean, he was huge. Like you said, his videos would premiere on network TV and shut shit down. Like I remember the Bad video appearing on, premiering on CBS at like 8:30, and it was must see TV. And so that was big. But I'm like you. I think Bad probably was the downfall. I mean, he wasn't gonna, and if we're being realistic, he wasn't gonna top Thriller, right? He wasn't gonna, Off the Wall is better than Thriller, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and
of course. Yeah.
and so Thriller did. So he delivers a classic in Off the Wall.
I'm gonna tell you he could have topped Thriller. If he would have went back to Off the Wall shit instead of the bad stuff with the new type of New Jack Swing, but gave us the soul, and it was him, nah, he would have bodied it, but he didn't.
Mike was hanging with monkeys, man. He was too far gone at that point. Yeah. But the bird to his magic, Prince. If did you leave Prince?
Well, this is a tough thing. This is tough because I didn't necessarily leave. I stopped fucking with Prince when he said he wasn't gonna perform all the songs that made me love Prince anymore.
I remember him saying that too.
But because of at that time, he about 10, 12 albums deep. I just fucked with those albums, so I never stopped fucking with them.
Right.
It's like he would come out with a Crystal Ball and a 3-disc album, but I was like, I don't really need to give it a chance or give you give you any opinion on it when I could just throw on Love Sexy or Parade. So so it's like I didn't stop fucking with him. I stopped fucking with a lot of his new stuff because I knew, according to him, it wasn't going to be the stuff that made me love him. But nah, I mean, Prince forever.
Oh, for sure. That's my biggest musical influence is Prince. I much like you, I never stopped fucking with him. I think the last album that I actually bought was either the Come album or the Black. I want to say the Come album because I don't think I bought the Black album. But what happened was that was right around the time where file sharing was huge, and Prince was trying to either get out of a contract or fulfill a contract, so he was dropping albums like crazy. So I remember there was a stretch where he had dropped like 2 or 3 albums in a short span of time, and I didn't even know the albums were out. Or maybe I knew they were out, but I didn't get a chance to listen to them. But I got them on file sharing, so I was like, fuck, what the fuck I'm going to buy another album for? This dude is just cranking out music like that. And so I just started, so I've heard all of the albums, but probably the Black album was the last, I know that's the last one that I bought, and it was just like, even though I've heard his stuff, because I'm such a fan, I still just gravitate to the stuff that I grew up on. So I didn't leave him because he's always going to be my guy. But, no, I can't tell you what, the 3127 album. I can't tell you what the third track is on that album. I don't know. I've heard it, but I just, I'm still stuck on the, Diamonds and Pearls or, the stuff that was, really, really knocking when I was coming up.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I always get, he'll give you a hit, even if I'm like you said, the 3121. 3121. That's the one that had Black Sweat on it, working up a Black Sweat. So I was like, and that hit, that's like 30 albums in. He still go give you some shit. It's just that a lot of these people, man, that keep rocking. I go back to my hip hop rule, around 97, 98. After that, man, I don't care.
Speaking of which, let's get to the shits. I already know the answer to these next two, but
I bet you don't.
We'll go ahead and talk about it.
And be honest when I tell you the answer. Be honest that you had it all wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what he's going to ask me, but anytime he assumes something about me, he's typically wrong.
Well, I'm not going to assume this because we've already talked about this several times.
Still,
Tribe Called Quest.
A Tribe Called Quest. I love A Tribe Called Quest. I can't say honestly that I ever stopped fucking with them. They had such a short span. They only did 3 albums. So I can't say that honestly that I've ever lost it for them because I mean, if their run was longer, it's like Biggie. I can't say that I lost it for Biggie. He only had 2 albums. They had one more than him. So,
why haven't you heard Beats, Rhymes, and Life?
What's that?
The Love Movement, Beats, Rhymes, and Life. Thank you for your service. We got it from here.
This must be like some in the crate stuff that's like
that
on streaming.
They stream.
They stream. Nah, I don't know. I will have to go and do some research, and if you do a part 2 of this show, I'll come back and give you my review on these. You said the Love Service. We got it. We got it. We got the Love Service. Is that what you said?
The Love Service. Kanye West. When were you good on Kanye?
When he was done with school.
Speak on it.
So when College Dropout came out, at the time, I was like, this might be one of the greatest fucking albums ever. Right. It's definitely one of top 5 greatest albums since 2000. Because 2000 and hip hop sucks.
Facts.
Late Registration. I'm like, shit, he might have outdid College Dropout, even though he was getting a little further away from what I needed him to do to keep the College Dropout. But I'm like, nah, I'm still rolling. And then Graduation, I'm like, shit, he graduated in 3 years. He must be really smart. I was looking for, I needed a junior album. He didn't give me a junior album. He went straight to Graduation. And because Smart Thing would have been do 4 albums, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, but whatever. He went straight to Graduation, and Graduation, he had a little bit of what I liked, but Drunk and High Girls, man, what am I supposed to do with this? One of my.
But it was a good album, though.
It was. And it definitely was when you compare to what came next. Now, listen, I know. So it seems like, all right, so what is this? This is, at the time of this recording, it is 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, so the 808s and Heartbreak came out in 2008.
Oh, my gosh.
So people, what time do people really start vibing the shit? Like, what, 10, 12 years old?
Yeah.
So if they 12 years old in 2008, so then they're like 24, 25 now. I guess that's what happened, because that had to be your first exposure to him or music for anyone to say that album is dope, or that it's better than the 3 before it. I've heard a lot of people who I thought that I respected their opinion say that the 808s and the Dark Twisted were 2 of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, which I believe both of them, he said, weren't rap albums at all. And they weren't. Nope. But I'm sorry. This is what happens. To answer your question, at Graduation. Graduation, I was done with him. I don't think he's made a single song by himself that I've liked since 2007.
Damn.
So it's not like when I say Michael James, like, oh no, but on 808's Heartbreak, he had this song.
Right.
He doesn't have that song.
Nah.
And then on Twisted Fantasy, I cannot name a single song of the 1314.
You remember the Monster joint with Nicki?
Do you know, I'm not 100% sure I even heard that song all the way through. Only thing I know about that song is supposedly Nicki had the best verse.
Supposedly.
And if Kanye and Jay-Z is rapping on the song and Nicki has the best verse, and people question if she even writes her rhymes, boy, that song can't be that great. So I don't think he has made anything that I've liked since 2007 as a solo artist. He's been on songs that I like that classic song with all the greats, but he has not made a solo song since 2007 that I've liked. So the answer is Graduation.
Yeah, I think the first 3, I loved them. I wasn't mad at all. If he had stopped there, he would have been right up there. Those first 3 albums are incredible, I think. Graduation started to take a little turn, but I don't think anybody could have foreseen the 808s and Heartbreaks. I absolutely hate that album. And then that was the last album. That's the last Kanye album that, no, wait a minute. No, I didn't buy that. I stole that one. So no, the last one I bought was Graduation, because I ended up buying 2 copies because one of my CDs got scratched. And 808s and Heartbreaks didn't buy. Somebody bought the Dark Twisted Fantasy. And I've said this on a podcast, and I know my boy Matt B, who been on here before. we've talked about it. He loves that album, and he speaks very highly of it. I don't see what people see in that album. I don't. It's a very solid album. It's not his best work, but
wait a minute, what's solid?
Solid as in is decent. It fits in his discography, but I would not put it beyond College Dropout. If you think College Dropout is his best album, like you said, I've heard people, some of whom I thought knew a little bit about hip hop, say that that's his greatest album, and I'm like, how, where? And it's not about an opinion. It's just, I'm like, what? Word, really?
They had to be, like I said, 12,
maybe
11 when it came out, and they didn't even, so then when the other ones came out, they 8, 7, right. They ain't paying no attention. It has to be that.
I'm assuming they didn't hear College Dropout. That's the only thing I can assume.
And for all the people who and this is why, for all the people that love him, the people that love him love 808s and beyond.
Mm-hmm. They do.
But the wild thing is, and they basically just disregard College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation. And if you sonically, it's two different Kanyes.
It is totally different.
But the wild thing is, those 3 albums, College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, are his best performing as far as sales, as far as awards. The 808s and Heartbreaks and Dark Twisted and Yeezus, they've done dick as compared to the other ones. The fucking what's that? The College Dropout went triple platinum. Late Registration went triple platinum. Everything he's done other than that has not gone triple platinum.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, because I have not heard a full Kanye album beyond Twisted Fantasy.
No, you can just look it up.
Yeah.
I'm
good. I'm good. And there's no, Kanye's weird and he does and says a lot of dumb shit, but I got that Kanye. And, the first Kanye Titter, I can rock with him and, go back to that music. This new guy, nah, I'm good. Who else? One more get with the shits.
Yeah, come on, fire them at me. This is fun.
New Edition and BBD.
I'm
not going to ask you about the other solo member because you don't even acknowledge his presence.
I love Ralph. Rated R is Rated R has the best rapping by a New Edition member in fucking music.
No, so, Bobby out raps him on the Bobby album.
No. Rated R is the best rapping.
Bobby's rapping on Getaway.
It's not better than Rated R.
Look at us, we're getting sidetracked.
It's not better than Rated R. It's just not.
My bad.
I mean, I love Bobby. Look at me.
Right.
But
oh, that's funny.
The answer is never.
Okay.
Yeah, never. BBD, New Edition. No. That last BBD album was dope as fuck. Nobody listened to it except for me and Ricky.
I couldn't get into it.
That album was nice.
I tried. Lord knows I tried.
Was it 3 Stripes?
Yeah, 3 Stripes. Exactly.
They had a song with SWV that was crazy, and that song Run. They had Dougie Fresh. Nah. So the answer is never. I'm rolling with them.
Okay. Yeah, same. If they come out with something, I'm checking for it. I don't know that they will ever get another New Edition album, but I'm still that. Those are my guys. I'm always rock with them, and any music that they drop, I'm definitely checking for. Let's see, a couple more. Wu-Tang.
Nah, never.
Never checked out on the group Wu-Tang as a collective.
Yeah, so you're gonna need some more in the tuck because these are easy. Never.
Wu-Tang.
I don't know if you know this. Wu-Tang is forever.
And then for the kids, so I did hear that. I saw it on the billboard. I think they lost me at 8 Diagrams, but the last Wu-Tang album they had brought me back. So I did leave them, but I came back. 8 Diagrams, I just could. Iron Flag I got, and that was the last one I purchased. And then 8 Diagrams I got, but
Nah, 8 Diagrams had the Heart Gently Weeps with Erica on it. Nah, that was my shit.
I really don't remember that one. Who else? Jodeci.
After their first album, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So Forever My Lady is one of the better albums, but not really, because Forever My Lady is the R&B version of Ill and Out Scratch. Ill and Out Scratch, Creep With Me album is the best first side of an album. The first side is so good, and the second side, side B, I'm speaking in cassette language, folks, is so not as great. Same thing with Forever My Lady. Forever My Lady has like 12 songs. The first six, the first half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I dare you to find a jam with Gotta Love on the second side. What are you going to do? Gotta Love? No. Everything. There's no reason to ever flip that tape over.
Nah. Fast songs weren't their forte.
No, it wasn't. So,
but it's still I still rock it though.
I rocked the first half. Now the second album, Diary of a Madman, I only like 2 songs on it.
Really? Okay.
Fiendin' and Ride and Slide.
Ride and Slide.
Then after the party, the show, half the hotel, and it's probably this.
The album title is dumb long.
Other than Freaking You, I'm tight. I don't care about Love You for Life because I'm never gonna get married or dance in a fucking field and have a picnic. Get on up because I will have a cookout though. So get on up and Freaking You, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so really, after the first album, they've only had 3 or 4 songs that I actually like. Okay. One go listen to Pump It Back.
Not at all. Tupac. When did you leave Tupac?
I think I left Tupac when he left the jail.
Wow.
When Suge got him out. I love his first album. Strictly, I listened strictly on the strength of he had a song called Soldier's Revenge. Yes, and I loved Soldier Story from the first album. And I knew I Get Around and Keep Your Head Up was dope. Yes, sir. But I don't really like anything other than what I just said. Holler If You Hear Me, yeah. Was good. After that, Me Against the World, I ain't really fuck with Me Against the World, except for Me Against the World does have 2 of my top 5 favorite Tupac songs on it. But I didn't like the album. Only like those 2 songs. That's Old School and Temptations.
Old School is my joint.
Old School and Temptations. I don't like So Many Tears and all that crazy stuff. And then All Eyes on Me, I was forced to listen to that at college because that's all people played.
Everybody had it.
And as a double disc, this is what I'm going to say. This is the first double disc in hip hop that you literally never have to play the second disc. Mm-hmm. Like there's joints on Jay-Z's second disc that you're like, all right, I'll pick some here. There's joints on Nas' second disc. You're like, all right, I'll grab a couple. But this one, you gotta really wonder why they call you bitch. I mean,
You got to be in a mood.
I mean, picture me rolling, all that stuff. I mean, I like the song, but if that disc didn't exist, nobody would have asked for it. And if they were to release that disc after he passed, people would have been like, yo, he didn't want this out. Mm-hmm. But nah, he wanted that out. So the real answer, I guess, in between, I guess right after Strictly.
Okay.
I guess right after Strictly, even though I really didn't, somewhere around that time, around Strictly and when he was recording Temptations in Old School.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I'd probably say, man, I probably left Pac after Pac left us.
It's a Pocky.
Yeah, the Machiavelli album was the last album I bought.
You bought it? What a lame.
Yeah, I bought it. I bought now, and I agree 1,000% with you on the All Eyes on Me. I've said it numerous of times. You know, if it's a single disc and you got the best Tupac songs, it's a great album. But that second disc, you really could throw it out the window. The Machiavelli album was dope, I thought, but that was it. The Are You Still Down, the double CD. I heard that, but after that, there were no other posthumous songs from Tupac that I've ever purchased or listened to, or even cared to listen to, because I always felt like that probably wouldn't be music that he would have put out on his own. But yeah, that was that's where I was with Pac, man. I left Pac when Pac left us.
Yeah, I think that since I didn't like the majority of the songs he actually wanted released, I was definitely not gonna like the ones he didn't want released.
Exactly. Ain't no way in hell you were gonna even listen to them. Let's see. Last one. Ice Cube. When did you leave Ice Cube?
There's the last one. Good, because I'll have some for you.
Okay.
Ice Cube. Oh, that's pretty easy. I was done with him around what was the one with Predator. So
okay.
So it was after Death Certificate, and to be honest, on Death Certificate, I only like a few songs on Death Certificate. I know a lot of people love Death Certificate. They want Killer Will, the short joint, is better than Death Certificate to me, but Predator, because that is when he changed his rap style. Mm-hmm. And up until then, when Wicked came, I don't know what he was talking about. And then, I like Check Yourself. I like the second Gangster's Fairy Tale. But that style, that thing he does with his voice ever since then, nah.
Yeah. And then he eventually went clubbing.
Yeah, it was way too much yays.
Yeah, man. I love Q. That's my guy, man. I think he's a phenomenal MC, top 10 in my book. But yeah, Death Certificate I thought was incredible. Incredible album. I'm with you. I think the Predators kind of when it started sliding. Lethal Injection was where I drew the line. I was like, that's the last one I bought.
And I loved Bob Gunn.
Yeah, I did.
And it was 30 minutes long, but I love Bob Gunn. And I love You Know How We Do It. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was about it. That was about it. And you know what? I think we all kind of saw the line in the sands, like, okay, Cube's going in this direction. And, it's funny because it's like now, I was having a conversation with my kids the other day, like trying to tell them, like, the guy who gave you the nigga you love to hate is the guy from Are We There Yet? I don't give him no grief on that.
So no, I mean it's I was just trying to put it in context with them just to kind of show them how. But then they don't know they don't know that Ice Cube. They know.
That's the thing that I was talking about when I was saying that again. It's not their fault. It's not Cube's fault. It's not NWA's fault. But they kind of ruined rap, hip hop. Because when they were making those other songs, the younger people believed that shit and started to emulate that in real life. When this nigga's like, nah, I was writing Friday while I was killing police. Like, no, I'm this guy. I'm just a regular dude. I don't have bodies on me. If I did, I'd be in jail. But people ran with that, So and that's why when that stuff popped up, when Ice-T shows up on New Jack City as a cop, when LL is in the house, I'm like,
yeah, I don't knock him for that. I don't knock him.
Yeah, because it's like he made That's a Lie on his first album. He's funny. I get it. Everything's good, man. But younger people couldn't tell the difference because they didn't grow up at the inception of this stuff. They got in at the wrong period and they started believing stuff. It's just like when you're little, you're like, nah, Hulk Hogan really did slam Andre the Giant. No, he didn't. Andre the Giant jumped into his arms. But you don't know, and no one's there to tell you that this stuff is she's not a queen. Her name is Dana Owens. It's not really real. It's a performance. And, when you're young, you can't tell the difference because this other guy, no, his name is really Luther Vandross. Yes, his name is real. But this guy's name, he's not an Ice Cube. No, he has a name. It's not, all this stuff isn't really real. So, but,
But yeah, that's all I got for you, man. You said you got something for me?
Oh, sure, man. You're not gonna have a show and have a format and not let me get in with the get in. All right. Since you raised your voice up so high when you said that, how about we start with "Let It Be Known"?
Well, let it be known then.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've listened to shows that I'm on or listen to my podcast, you'll know that "Let It Be Known"
Well, let it be known then.
is BKA Snoop Dogg.
Well, let it be known then.
Yeah, man. I love Snoop, man, but probably the Dog Father. That's the last one I bought. I listened to the one after that. I think that was the one on No Limit. And other than that, it's just been singles, man. His joints with, Pharrell and Charlie Wilson and all these other people throughout the years.
You know what? That is a better format or a better way of phrasing this show. When did it go from albums to just sporadic singles? When did you stop loving their whole project?
Yep. Because that's exactly what it became. I mean, because his sound changed and, he was going through a lot. And but I always thought he was dope, and I still think he's dope, but it's just like, there wasn't any type of I don't think that there was any type of music that he was going to put out that was going to hold me or contain me for 45 minutes to an hour to sit and listen through and just kind of vibe to the same way that I did, his earlier work.
Okay. What about Busta Rhymes?
Wow, good one. I think the last Busta Bus album I bought was gotta look it up because it's on top of my head. It's the one with the red album cover. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. Busta Rhymes.
That wasn't that Element of blah blah blah.
It was Trevor Smith.
Oh, I thought it was
like a damn Trevor. Anarchy. That's what it was.
I didn't know he made an album called Anarchy. Because that shows you when I was done.
Yeah, Anarchy was good, man. I love that joint, and that was probably the last one. I know that was the last one that I bought. And after that, man, like you said, it was just singles, man. And it's like, and to his credit, man, Bust, he changed his style because he was the Dungeon Dragon at one point, and then he got on the joint with Janet, and he kind of realized that, hey, if I can slow it down and make my tone sound like this, I can smooth it out a little bit. I won't be scaring women.
I stopped liking them when I could start understanding them. I'm like, man, shut up, man.
And that was the smoothed out Bust a Bus, man. So,
Yeah, when I realized he really wasn't saying shit, like, nah, man, go for. So I'm like, oh, he bodied that.
So yeah, man. That's my dude, man. I still like Bust, and I mean, honestly, if he put out a single, I'm checking for it. If he puts out an album, I'll probably check. I won't buy it, but I'll check for it.
Yeah, not me. I was done with them sister after the comment. Rakim.
Can't leave him, man. That's the God. I mean, I will say this.
What you about to say?
I will say that, and I've said it on I don't know if it was my podcast or we've done so many joints before, but that album with What's on Your Mind, I hate that album. I know hate is a strong word. I don't like it. I love What's on Your Mind. I love like 3 or 4 tracks on that album. And I don't even know if it was necessarily, it's not his rhymes. And it might have been when he and Eric B may have been going through things. My memory's bad.
You didn't like it that he asked if that seat was taken?
I love that song. I
Okay.
hate that damn comedian jacked the song and fucked it up, but fucking Lil Duval. But anyway, yeah, man, that album, I didn't particularly care for that album, but 18th Letter, any other albums Rakim dropping, I'm checking for him because that's my guy. I can't leave him. And I would hope that he and Eric B would get back together and do, an album together.
He should lose Eric B's number. He should call up Pete Rock.
Oh, that would be so dope.
He should call up Pete Rock or Primo and be like, "You're."
I know, right? That would be crazy.
What about Cool James?
You know what's funny? I had him on the list, but when I sent you the text about doing this podcast, I was like, well, shit, I don't even mean putting him on the list.
Why not?
Because I know you're not going to leave him.
Well, I mean, he did stop making dope albums, but I can't leave him because he's still dope.
That's new.
I mean,
I know how you love him, man. It's all good.
Yeah, but ain't nobody listening to, what was it? The Todd Smith album with Ryan Toby and fucking Life Jennings on it. Get out of here.
Man, LL is one of my favorites, man. He's one of the greatest of all time. He's a guy literally who we grew up watching grow up. You know what I'm saying? And had he not made his premiere and Crush Groove, I don't know, man. I mean, he was what his name said. He was Cool James. And so I have a certain love and reverence for LL. Now, I will say this, man. 14 Shots to the Dome.
Bucking them down.
Very disappointing. I had purchased every LL album, B-sides, maxi singles, singles. I purchased everything that LL had put out up until that point. That was the first time I was disappointed. So I was about to leave LL. Then he came with the Mr. Smith album. And I've told you, and I think I might have told you off air, but I will, offer some apologies on air. This album is a banger. It's a lot better than I thought it was. Like, I don't know why, for some reason I shitted on it, but I went back, probably maybe about a year or so ago. I went back and listened to it, and I was like, yo, that's my joint. Oh, that's my shit. Oh, hip hop. Oh, fuck. So I had a moment, sitting there listening to it, and I was reminded how good it was. So LL brought me back with that. He brought me back with the Mr. Smith album. Phenomenon was when I got off the train. I was just like, nah, I'm good. I was like, okay. I'm done.
So Phenomenon. I'm gonna say something. I think when 14 Shots to the Dome came out, the problem was, one, music was was changing. That 90, that 93, that 92, 93, 94 era in hip hop was weird. It was a transitional period. But the thing about that album was it came after Mama Said Knock You Out. And it came 3 years after
Yes.
Mama Said Knock You Out. So if that's what you comparing it to, you're like, nah. But in retrospect, the Homecoming on there, Pink Cookies, Backseat of My Jeep, I love Funkadelic Relic. He had some joints on
he
it.
had singles.
And then, like you said, the Mrs. Smith, a lot of people didn't fuck with Phenomenon, but I will say GOAT, greatest of all time. Whew, the Forget About It with DMX, Method Man, and Redman. The L-Bomb. L-Bomb is one of the best songs that came out that year. Back where Imagine That. But anyway, this is not an LL Cool J podcast.
It's coming.
What about? That's too easy. What about Redman?
Man, I would probably say, and I love Reggie Noble. Probably Malpractice was when it went from albums to singles, but I still fuck with Redman, and so like, it's kind of weird because I don't feel like I left him because I wasn't a fan of Malpractice, but the subsequent albums after that I listened to. So, and I know like at the time of this recording, he has an album in the tuck that's supposed to be coming out this year. I'm going to get that album, like without question, because the singles that he's dropped along the way shows he still got it. And so I'm bubbling off the singles. So I know he's not going to half step on this album. So I don't know how much or if any, involvement he has with Eric Sermon as far as, because they just sound great together all the time. But yeah, man, I'm checking for him. So I had a moment where I kind of stepped away for a second, but no, I can't, because he's going to give me something every single album. And I can't say that about every artist. I can't even say that about Jay-Z, and Jay-Z's a better lyricist, better rapper, but he's not going to give me what Redman's going to give. Redman's going to give me bar for bar for bar. It's going to be witty. It's going to be funny. It's going to be something thought provoking, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'll enjoy it beyond 2 weeks.
So, I will say that Malpractice was definitely his, I guess you could say, worst album. But Red Gone Wild, whole album, dope. Reggie, loved the whole album. Mudface, loved the whole album. Malpractice is the only one that he was like, I don't love this whole album, but it still had, the Doc and the Doctor on it, and Let's Get Dirty and the bullshit. So if I would highly suggest you go and listen to those subsequent albums. Well, I'll play. I'll do 2 more because I don't want to hijack your whole show.
No, go ahead. Yeah, that's good. 2 is good.
All right, okay. You got listeners. All right, give me 3 more. Cause
okay.
Let's go with Lil Wayne.
Okay. Lil Wayne. I've never bought a Lil Wayne album. I've heard most. Well, I don't want to say most of them. I probably the Carter 5 was the last one that I heard. I'd probably say I probably checked out after the Carter 4. Damn. And
you don't be repping the South.
Nah.
Listen to him.
Nah, man.
You don't rep the South. He fake.
And you know what the thing is, man. And I've said this. And
He from Stone Mountain, y'all. He don't.
Here's what I'll say about Wayne, man. He's a phenomenal rapper when he wants to rap, when he's motivated. I just don't know when he's motivated, you know. So he's just
y'all hear that?
yeah, man. The Carter 4 is probably I heard the Carter 5, which I thought was pretty decent, but yeah, that was the last time I actually sat and just, you know, rocked out to a Wayne album. And I get it. There's a generation of kids who, and I hate to use the word kids, but there's a generation of youngsters who, you know, they see him probably like how we see LL and Rakim.
Nah, I just knew you was about to be like, Wayne never fell off. Drake never fell off. They here forever.
Yeah, nah.
Kaya never fell off.
Never fell off her neck or her back.
See?
But yeah, man, probably Carter 4. That's probably when I was like, nah, I'm good.
Okay, let me get serious again. When did you lose it? When did you leave the world famous Roots crew?
Can't
stop, won't stop?
Can't. I have purchased every Roots album. And then you shoot your cousin, from that to Tipping Point to Do You Want More to Philadelphia Half-Life, which was my favorite. I can't, man. And when the new album comes out, Endgame, I'll purchase that too. I mean, again, we're in the streaming era. I actually purchase their albums. It's one of my favorite hip hop groups, period. So nah, I'm not.
Ironically, you did not draft them in the draft.
Well, I mean, it's because you drafted them.
I'm just saying. I mean, you should. I'm pretty sure you had the first pick. If you love them so much, it seems like you would have took them.
I think you drafted them before.
I did, but I didn't have the first pick. You had the first pick. If you really loved them,
I had to go with Run DMC.
Did not have to go with Run DMC. But anyway, let's see. I just don't know where your loyalties lie. Public Enemy.
Good one.
I know.
I probably checked out on PE after New World Order. I think, and they were still making dope music, but I think it sounded kind of preachy to me. So they kind of fell off a little bit in my eyes. And so listening, I was just kind of checking for singles after that. But if PE dropped the album tomorrow, I'd listen, and no question. But as far as purchasing albums, New World Order was the last one. And again, that was probably, like I said a little earlier about the Prince, it coincides the time of, that album probably coincided the time with file sharing. So once it got to a place where we could get albums for free, literally just by turning your computer on, I was very selective about what I was actually going to spend my money on. And, you know, when albums started coming out, you know, every week, you had to make a decision. Okay, well, hey, am I going to spend, I got $20, you know, I can get 2 albums, 2 CDs. What am I going to get? But if they're, you know, 4 CDs that come out that you really want, you can only get 2. You know, what are you going to do with the other 2? So it became, you know, the era where we would just download them shits off the internet. So, but yeah, man, PE, probably New World Order. That's probably where it stopped for me.
Ghostface.
He's right there with Reggie Noble, man. I can't. Ghostface could drop an album tomorrow of him rapping the ABCs, and I'd listen to it, because his discography. We talked about it before. His discography is crazy, and he's one of the few MCs I think that has never let us down. You know, when it comes to dropping albums. So I ain't left him yet.
All right. Well, to end this off, because ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize to you, I apologize to the people that's listening that came to listen to you, and instead they're hearing me.
No, that's what we do.
Because, see, I'm on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen, say it. I am not sexist, so I'm going to ask him about women. I don't know what he's up to. Kim, Foxy, and Missy. When did you leave them?
Kim after the Hardcore album.
Damn.
Yeah, that was good.
Immediately.
Yeah, I mean, and it was a good album, but it wasn't. I mean, I got it because of the poster.
Wow.
Because the album cover. Come on.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, call it sex if you want. Foxy, probably the it was the China Doll album. I think.
Wow.
I think
you didn't fuck with Broken Silence. You suck.
Broken Silence okay. I didn't buy it though.
Broken Silence was incredible.
I think I didn't buy it. So I think what happened was I know I heard all of it, but I didn't hear it and just kind of sit with it. So it was kind of like, oh yeah, Foxy came out, that type of thing. Missy, I haven't. Damn, I've never stopped listening to her albums.
Ew.
Yeah.
I never started.
Hey, what about Drake? Drizzy.
I don't know, man. If you're reading this is too late, you know how man's is.
The boy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he gonna beat Nothing Was the Same. I mean, Views was dope.
You heard Views?
Man, come on, man. I'm a man of the people.
Hey, man, I'm surprised.
What? Man, I'm 2C sliding right now.
I did not hear Views.
Man, it had Hotline Bling on it.
I heard that.
See, come on.
That's about it.
The bonus track. And then Controller and One Dance.
Man, that was trash.
Wow. Jesus Christ, man.
I can't. Probably, what was the last? I can't, to be honest, man, I can't remember the last time probably, and if you're reading this is too late, that's probably the last one I heard.
What about Usher?
It's been a minute for Usher.
Man, you don't be repping the town, man.
I don't rep. I ain't in the streets no more, man. I'm retired. I'm in the A in the house.
I don't even know if you rep that. You are.
Yeah, man. I'm
Norcross nigga. Damn.
Yeah, I'm straight suburbs, man. I'm not I ain't Decatur no more, man. I'm out of Decatur. I'm off of Candler Road.
Jeez.
Damn, that's a good question. I know. Was it it's been a minute, man, since I've checked for the Usher versus Raymond album. I think that's probably the last one I heard like that. That's probably the last one, man.
I know you ain't never lost it for Escape. Drew Hill?
Traces of my lipstick in the trash.
See, I know that's your shit. Drew Hill?
Never listened to a Drew Hill album.
Damn. What about Badu?
There's no way in hell I would ever stop listening to Badu album.
I don't know, man. You don't be getting your
listen. You put on Mama's Gun and it's a rap.
Oh, I didn't know it was a rap.
It's a rap, dog. I love Erica.
All right, last one. Beyonce. What happened? Why is he always clapping? I got a round of applause.
Probably the Four album.
You said Never Lost It?
Nah. I mean, well, you know what, to be honest, okay. This is Keep It Real show. I will listen to singles. I've never sat and listened to an entire Beyonce album in its entirety. Never. And it's no disrespect, but it is.
I thought they called you Kyle Fierce back in the day.
Nah, man. Nah, man. I saw a headline today asking, if she was to be considered a great rapper. I was like, wow. Is this what we're doing for headlines? Oh my gosh.
Blame Mary J. Blige.
I meant to send it to you just so you could laugh.
Blame Mary J. Blige.
But yeah, man, I can't say that I've actually sat and listened. The Four album I do remember sitting and listening to, but other than that album, it's just been singles for Beyonce. And I love and respect her hustle, but I'm not the least closest of fan.
Kyle was getting this love on top.
Speaking of R&B, I think I know the answer, but Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
What about her?
When did you leave? You're never leaving.
I just assume leave me.
Who else did I have? Did I have anything? Anybody else written down?
I left Faith when she dropped her second album.
You didn't like the second album?
No, you can't follow that up with that.
Yeah, it was hard though. It was hard. She was going through a lot too.
I don't care, man. Don't bring me your personal problems, man. Give me some bangers.
What about Stevie Wonder? What's the last Stevie? When did you check out on Stevie?
Like after Sir Duke, man. Stevie Wonder is fucking the most.
Sir Duke. It was like 75, man. What you talking about?
Man. Exactly, man. Exactly. This dude is so iconic.
Don't you dare. Oh, I was about to say.
He's so iconic. He has probably top 5 voices in music. Probably outside. Probably he might be the only person I'm gonna give it up to be more talented than Prince. Guy's fucking incredible. But one, he ain't made a hit since like 84.
Yeah, it's been, yeah. You go look at Stevie's discography. It's
yeah, you know,
he ain't putting that out in a minute.
Nah, I mean I like the Jungle Fever song. That might be his last.
That was the last time I checked for a Stevie album like that, and that was what 87, 88.
Didn't what's the name come after that?
Conversation Piece.
Didn't These Three Words?
I think conversation. I think that was on Conversation Piece. No. These Three Words was on the Jungle Fever soundtrack.
Damn.
So Conversation Piece was when I was down. I was like, okay, Steve. And I think that was like 91, 92, something like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Stevie, though. He had that little bullshit. But before then, you still had to go back to Songs of Kid Life, though. He's dope, but come on, we giving him a little.
Yeah, Steve lives off the land, man. He lives off the land for real.
And this is the same thing that Hot Take. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm a fan of real hip hop, that's kind of what Rakim does.
Well, but
if Paid in Full was never created, we wouldn't talk about him like that.
Well,
if he made everything else that he made, Follow the Leader, Microphone Fiend, if he made all of those, we would not regard him where we regard him.
But he did Paid in Full.
Exactly. So Stevie made Songs of the Kid Life, and that's why we still fuck with him
Hotter
like that.
Than July is like one of my favorite albums, any genre.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're
that's
right.
That's why people still know Lauryn Hill's name, because of one fucking album.
And that's all she has. She has that in the Fuji joint.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. There's not shade.
Do you think she'll ever make another album?
Yeah, I just don't think it'll be good.
I don't think she'll ever make another album.
I think she has I 100% think she has it in her to make a banger. I just don't think it is a priority. I think, put it like this. What if Lauryn Hill was just chilling? I was like, you know what? Damn, that shit last week was crazy. Hey, Erica and Jill, let's do an album together. Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, Raphael, Pete, Primo, I need you to do some production. Hey, for this one song, just this one song, girls, just this one song. Kim and Foxy, I'm gonna need y'all on there because I got a 16 I want to do. Mm-hmm. I should have go diamond.
Easy.
It just won't happen.
Provided that she's gonna pay them.
Listen, all I'm saying is there is a way she could. But she doing songs with D'Angelo, Erica, and Jill when she's singing, and then she got a Nas song rapping. She got a Jay-Z song rapping because they would come out for her. Mm. And then she like, nah, hey Kim, let's redo the ladies' night shit, but we gonna do it right. We gonna get you and Foxy together, and then we gonna bring Meg and Nikki on it.
Get the youth, yeah.
and her rapping in the Bridge the Gap. Oh, that'll be the biggest song. That'll be the biggest song. She could name that song COVID-19, and it'll still be the biggest fucking song of the fucking. Man. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna happen. But she could. She could make it.
She ain't trying to get off the couch.
And it would be better than the fucking Miseducation. but it's not gonna happen.
No doubt, no doubt. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for us. We've been politicking here, and we want to thank you all for tuning in. Before we get out of here, man, tell folks where they can catch you at, man.
You can catch me at the hot spot, iFox. At eclectik on Instagram. Encyclopedia Hip Hop on Instagram, and Eclectic Discussion Podcast on Instagram. On Twitter, at Tweet Rhymes Life, and at Eclectic Podcast. So a lot of good drafts what we're doing lately, and I've been posting in the spirit of the versus battles. I've been doing what if versus that's not gonna happen. So I've been posting track listings of versus. I got Michael versus Prince, Ron Isley versus Charlie Wilson. I got a whole bunch of them, so you go check those out. But yeah, follow me and listen to the podcast.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, check him out, man. He's since we're in quarantine at this time, he's putting them out. He's putting out podcasts, and I'm popping up on more than a few of those. You all know where to find me. So as always, thanks for checking out this podcast. So that's going to do it for us. We'll catch you guys next time. 5 Gs.
Appreciate you.
Cheers.